Alright guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. This is Dan with Ledger Support. Hope everybody is fine on this beautiful Monday and that you guys had a good weekend. So as usual, I'm here for an hour and I'm here to answer all your questions. So if you guys have any issue with your Ledger device, you've got questions about a particular crypto asset, really anything you need, please just drop your question in the chat. And I'll try my best to answer your questions. That being said, there's limits to what I can do on the stream. So sometimes I will redirect you to our contact us page, which is here at support.ledger.com. So yeah, there is a link in the video description. So if I cannot solve the issue online, then I will ask you to please open a ticket via the help center. That being said, we usually manage to solve quite a bit of issues online, and of course I'm here to answer anything you might want to know. Cool. So before I continue, please just give me a little confirmation that you can hear me okay. You can drop a yes in the chat and then we'll start. I can see a bunch of questions already in the chat, so this is really good. Thanks, Planet. Okay, great. And last thing before we start, again, as usual, there's a lot of scams in crypto all over the place. Thank you guys. Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. There's a lot of scam on social media and they always work the same. People will pass or try to pass for Ledger support or Ledger employee, and then they will ask you to share your recovery phrase, to type it into an app or to send it via DM, or they will send you to a phishing website that will ask you to type your recovery phrase. And if you do type your recovery phrase, the scammer on the other side will be able to access your accounts, even if they don't have access to your physical device. Okay, so it's very important that you guys never digitalize that recovery phrase. It should only stay on the recovery card that came in the box. Okay, that's all. All right, enough of me talking. Now it's your turn. Guys, if you have any questions, let's begin. The first one is from Planet Pokewood. Hello Ledger, would you be able to talk about and do a specific video about how to retrieve your API keys from for tax purposes? Here in the UK, it's something we are going to need to do tax return. Okay, that's a good question, Pokewood. So there are ways in Ledger Live where you can extract transaction history directly using some of the tools available in Ledger Live. So if you open Ledger Live here, you go to Discover section and you select, I think it's called Zen Ledger. Yeah, Zen Ledger here, crypto tax software, and they're compatible with Ledger. So I would look into this, and they have a free tier to get you started. So maybe that's a good place for you to start. Might be easier than using an API, particularly with the fact that Ledger Live is not a centralized service, right? So it's not like we have an API with all the transaction that's open. Ledger Live only lives on your device, on your computer or on your phone. So there is no API, so to speak, where you could like ping request the transaction data from us, right? Because we don't have access to that transaction. All this data only stays on your local machine. So maybe start here. If you have any questions about any particular asset and you're struggling to get the transaction history, then you can also tell me and I can give you more information, because you can get quite a lot of work done just with block explorers. Most block explorers have an extract function. You can also get your transaction history directly from Ledger Live by going to the settings, I think accounts, and there's a section called operation history. You can save that and then you select the accounts you want to get the transaction history for. Okay, so hopefully that helps. If not, let me know. We can try to find a solution. Next question from David. I would like to know how Ledger sees the new EU law, which makes it a great deal harder for exchanges to allow transactions from self-custody wallets. Will Ledger still be viable in the EU? So I think there is a lot of misinformation about this law. So I'm not a lawyer, of course, but as far as I understand it, it does not affect Ledger at all. It's just a reaffirmation of previous regulations that existed mostly on exchanges, right? So it's important to understand that this law does not apply to Ledger directly. It's only applying to crypto exchanges, and as they are what is called crypto asset service providers, CASPs, those are subject to KYC, but that's only the exchange, right? Not Ledger. So you as a Ledger user on a day-to-day, nothing really changes for you. You can still send transaction to an exchange, receive crypto from an exchange. You can still send crypto between two wallets. This law, this regulation does not change anything about that. Okay, so I think it's really important not to panic, especially because there is a lot of misinformation floating around on crypto media or on Twitter, and so there's a lot of noise. So be careful what you hear. I think Ledger will ultimately have, I guess, in the near future, we will have some communication about this, or we'll have a Twitter space that will talk about this issue, because this non-issue, to be honest, because again, there is a lot of misinformation. So again, as a Ledger user, you don't have to worry about it. It doesn't affect you. Okay, so David, I hope I answered your question here. Next question from Summers Gashtar Wolf. Summers. So you're asking, multiple function in my non-custodian soft MetaMask wallet does not register in my Ledger hardware to sign or approve the transaction. Nothing pops up in my Ledger wallet for me to approve. Okay, so it might be because you need to just activate blind signing on the device. So I'll show you how to do it. Summers. So you would do this on the device directly here. So type in the PIN, just like this, and then you navigate to the Ethereum app, which is here. You open the Ethereum app, okay, using the buttons. And here in this section, you can use the buttons to navigate to the settings, open the settings, just like this. And then blind signing here should say enable. Okay, so you can change that by using the buttons again. Enable just like this, right? Then once you have that, you can exit the settings, back, make sure it's back to this screen here, application is ready, and you can try the transaction again. This time you should get the approval on the device. If MetaMask doesn't let you do it, you might consider like another third-party wallet, such as Rabby, for example, which is also very good. Tahoe. There's plenty of those that are, so you're seeing my blind signing is enabled. So I would say, do you mind sharing which dApp you're using or you're trying to use? If not, try a different wallet. I would say try Rabby. Rabby is really good. I find it's fully compatible with Ledger, and you might find that it just works better than MetaMask Summers. So try that first. And of course, if you have the option in the dApp, you can also use Wallet Connect, which uses Ledger Live and Wallet Connect as a connection method. It's also really good, and the benefit of doing this is to clear sign. So Wallet Connect. I'm trying to find Wallet Connect. Trying to find an article here. Whoops. That. I'll find it. Just give me a second. Yeah, here, Wallet Connect. So maybe try this as well. It's a very safe way to connect to a dApp, and it clear signs as well, which is always something that's good. Summers. Okay, so that was for your first question. Second question, I discovered the latest version of Ledger Live is 277.2 from Ledger support website and was released in Feb 2024, while my Ledger Live version of my laptop is 260.0. Yes, okay, that's correct. And you can verify this here. Boom, 277.2. So you made many attempts to download Ledger Live for Windows PC, but give me an error message. I was unable to download Ledger Live. Attached below is the screenshot of the error. It's not gonna work. So attaching a picture is not gonna work, Samas. You anticipate Ledger challenge is probably due to older version of Ledger Live. Yes, that's possible. I would say it's, if your computer is on an old version of Windows or Mac OS, it's also might be the reason why you're not getting the ability to download Ledger Live. Although to download should be possible, but to install might give you some issues. That being said, I'll just share a safe link for you to try again. If you have a phone, you might also want to try it on the phone. The experience is pretty good. So yeah, because we want to know if it's an issue with the device or if it's an issue with your computer, right? It sounds like it's an issue with your computer, so maybe you want to try it using your phone instead. In any case, Summers, this is the link, all right, to download Ledger Live. And it's possible that your computer is too old as well. Okay. Next question from What If Dreams. What if crypto goes down in price? Am I able to sell quickly on Ledger? What's the process? So yes and no. Let me explain why. We do have a sell option, which would send the money to your bank account, right? So it's really like hard exiting into cash. And this is available under buy, sell, sell, okay, here. But it only works for Bitcoin. There is another way to sell crypto for cash, which is via BTC Direct here in the Discover section. But same, the options are limited. Okay, you can see it's Bitcoin, Algorand, Ethereum Litecoin, USDC, USDT, and XRP. Okay, you can't sell anything else, and it's only accepting euros. Okay, so what I suggest, if you want to cash out into a stable currency, what I would say is you might want to actually swap, use one of the swap services in Ledger Live to convert some crypto, for example, Ethereum, let's say, you convert it to some stable currency like USD coin, right? One USD coin equal one USD. And this way you're not exposed to the volatility of crypto anymore. And if you want to jump back in, then you just swap the reverse. Boom, USDC back to ETH. That's one way to do it. Now, keep in mind that swaps, they will consume fees. Okay, they can be expensive, especially if your tokens or crypto is on a network that is congested, like Ethereum. So keep that in mind. But yeah, so swapping is probably the best option, I would say. Swapping into a stable coin. Next question from Paulo Marquez. Does Near need an app to switch to Ledger? So yeah, you do need an app. So you can see here, I've got a Near account with a bit of Near. If I want to add an account, I'll show you right now. Okay, if I want to add an account, my Ledger device will check if the Near app is open on my device. If the Near app is not available on my device, then I will need to install it, and Ledger Live will guide me through the flow to install it on my device, and I can open it, and then it will create an account for me. So yes, the Near app is required to do anything with your Near account in Ledger Live, and also with a third-party wallet. Same thing if you want to send Near, if you want to stake Near, everything that involves a transaction or moving Near or staking Near funds with your Ledger device will require the Near app on your device. So that's why. So Paulo, I hope that answered the question. What I can do as well for you is maybe share this. These are steps for adding a Near account and managing your account as well. I'll drop that in the chat for you. Paulo, there you go. Cool. All right. So I dropped the link in the chat for you. All right. Next question. Satish Koitya. Kusama chain is not available in Ledger. So Ledger Live does not support Kusama, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, so it supported Kusama on Binance, but that's on Binance Smart Chain. That's not what you want. You want Kusama on the real chain, right? The Kusama chain. It's not available in Ledger Live, but you can still create a Kusama account with your Ledger device. You'll just need to use a third-party app instead of Ledger Live to create that account and manage it. Don't worry, it's perfectly safe. The private keys will be supported. The private keys will be stored in your Ledger device. So it's just as safe as using Ledger Live, but you leave the comfort of Ledger Live, so to speak. But in terms of security, it's the same thing. I'll share some steps with you, Satish, so you can learn how to create a Kusama account. And you will most likely use Polkadot.js, which is a third-party wallet. You can also use Talisman, which is also a very good Polkadot Kusama third-party wallet. I'll drop the link as well. I'll just show you actually. Talisman crypto here. Polkadot and Ethereum wallet. You can connect your Ledger device to it with the Kusama app, and you'll be able to create an account. And it's a pretty neat wallet. Okay, so guys, this is Dan. If you just joined the stream, this is Dan with Ledger Support. Hope everybody is doing fine on this beautiful Monday, at least in Paris. As usual, I'm here for about an hour. Okay, so if you have any questions, drop it in the chat here, and I'll try my best to answer all your questions. And yeah, so continuing. Next question is from Mark Steer. Can stake crypto be held in Ledger? Yes, absolutely, Mark. There is Ledger Live, this app here, supports a bunch of staking. So near, for example, Ethereum, Cosmos, Multiverse X, Solana, so on and so forth, Algorand as well. I mean, there's a ton of Algorand, maybe not actually. Let me check. No, not Algorand, sorry for that. But there is tons of options. Injective as well supported, staking is supported. So there's a ton of staking options on Ledger Live plus your Ledger device. And we have documentation that can help you get started with staking with your Ledger device. I'll drop this link in the chat for you. It's just a master page with all the crypto that you can stake with Ledger Live. So I'll drop that in the chat for you, Mark. And then we'll continue. Okay, I'll take just a little water break. Okay, next question, Suzanne Paper. How do we make sure we have the up-to-date download for Ledger? If you don't have an updated app, Suzanne, there'll be a banner at the top, typically orange. You can click it, restart the app, and you'll be on the latest version. If sometimes that doesn't work for whatever reason, especially if you are on an old version of Ledger Live, in this case, you can manually update. First, I would say just check which version of Ledger Live you have. So go to settings, about, and check the number here on the version. It should be 277.2. If not, you can use this page here to download the latest version of Ledger Live. Suzanne, I'll drop it for you in the chat. And it's good to keep Ledger Live up to date, because if you don't, then your Ledger device might also be outdated. Okay, so here's a guide for performing a complete update of your setup. Okay, I'll drop it in the chat for you as well, Suzanne. Just follow the steps, okay, and you'll be good. All right. Next question, and let me know if that answers the question. If not, just ask me anything you want. Next question from Andrew. Hello, when I send ETH or a coin with the network, always get stuck. Okay, so when I send coin or tokens via the ETH network, it always gets stuck. For Ledger, always has to speed up with more gas to cancel it. I always like that. I cannot send my ETH. Yeah, it's because the Ethereum So two things. First of all, the Ethereum network is extremely congested, meaning that a lot of people are trying to use it. And that's the reason why the fees are so expensive right now on Ethereum. That's the first reason. The second reason, so you might want to actually do your transaction when not many people are using the chain. So not right now. For example, right now, the transactions are quite expensive, right? So $3 just for transferring ETH. That's a lot. You can use this heat map here on etherscan.io gas tracker. You can use the heat map here to decide when is the best time to send your transaction. So that's the first thing. I'll drop this link for you, Andrew. The second thing, Claire, not sure. The second thing is you want to make sure you've got ETH in your account, right? So for example, here's your ETH account. Let's say you're trying to move some Shiba Inu, for example. Okay, you want to make sure you've got the SHIB, of course, but also some ETH in the same account to pay for the transaction fee. And because the network is so congested, you might need 25, 30 ETH just sometime to move, to be sure that you have enough to pay for the transaction fee. Okay, next question from Dante. Sorry. Satish, Kusama, I answered the question. Matteo, how to stake ETH? I'm talking about the no minimum ETH staking. I'll send you some documentation, Matteo. You can use Lido or Killen. I'll drop a link for you here so you learn how to do it. So check the chat, Matteo. There is a link that explains how to do it. Next question, Raj, when stacks? So Raj, we just sent an update via email. So if you pre-order the stacks, then check your inbox and there is an update for you. Next question, CDub, when will Ledger have native support for Kaspa? No ETA, unfortunately. For now, it's best to use a third-party wallet. See, don't worry, it's perfectly safe. I know it sounds spooky not to use Ledger Live, but the most important is the Ledger device here. So, you can plug your Ledger device into any third-party wallet. That's fine. As long as you don't share your 24 recovery phrase, you're good. So in case you didn't know, Kaspa accounts can be created via this app called Kas Vault. You connect your Ledger device to it and then off you go. So I'll link this article in the chat for you. You can take a look. As far as when in Ledger Live, I'm not sure, to be honest. Next question, Danis. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Tell me what to do. I had a Nano S. I deposited BTC on it in 2018. Now, when I connect it to my computer, it tells me that the software no longer works. I have to install new software. I also have the password. Should I do correct to restore access to my ledger? Okay, so Danis, I would say in your situation, if you can afford it, I would say keep your Nano S, but upgrade to a Nano S Plus, just like this one. It's a much better device. Once you get your Nano S Plus, also the experience is very similar to a Nano S, right? So it's you need to plug it, but it has a bigger screen, right? That's the Nano S, that's the Nano S Plus. It's got a bigger screen, the buttons are more comfortable. It's just a better device overall, okay? So you can reach out to us at support.ledger.com, open a ticket here, tell us you want to upgrade from a Nano S to a Nano S Plus, and we can fix you with a discount code. I think it's 20 euros, but that's pretty good to start. And then once you get your Nano S Plus, you keep your Nano S, okay? We won't ask you to send it back. You keep your Nano S as a backup, and you use your 24 recovery phrase to restore your private keys into your Nano S Plus. So now you've got two devices that have access to the same account, and that's it. And then you continue using your account. Yeah, you're welcome, Matteo. So I hope that answers the question. Danis, I'll drop this this tutorial in the chat for you. Restore your ledger account with your recovery phrase. This is what you should do when you get your new Nano S Plus. And that's it. There's nothing else you need to do. And keep your 24 word preciously, okay? You're the only person that needs access to the 24 words. Ledger doesn't need access. Anyone asking you for it is trying to scam you, okay? The only safe place to type your 24 words are inside the Ledger device, nowhere else. Next question from William Keith. I've seen what a YouTuber 24 Hours Crypto posted that the Ledger holding will be reported to the government. Is it true? I have the link if you need investigation. I mean, it sounds not true. Just because Ledger does not have knowledge of your crypto, right? What we're giving you, the point of having a Ledger device is to give you the power to create your accounts privately on your device, right? And to manage your accounts privately. We don't have access. Ledger Live here is not a server, right? It's not a centralized database. It's only local to your computer. So when you add an account to Ledger Live, only you know about this account. We don't know the account. And so I find it very strange that people would say that, you know, we report accounts to the government or anything like that. We don't even know our users' accounts because we have no way to know this. So yeah, I hope that answers the question, William. And if not, just feel free to ask me more questions. I'm here for that. Okay, so next question. Andrew, you're saying how to check if this address is owned by BlackRock. Okay, maybe I'll go back to that question. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Maybe there is another question. Okay. Andrew, are you trying to send Ethereum to BlackRock? Please tell me what you're trying to do here. Before you do anything, just explain to me what you're trying to do. I want you to do it safely, okay? So don't do anything crazy. Just tell me what you're trying to do. If you're trying to send your crypto to an exchange or set up an account, and then we'll take it from there, and then I can share some documentation, okay? And guys, if it's your first time doing crypto, same, like don't try to move big amounts. Okay, start small, like small amount of crypto, get used to it. Okay, don't go and buy like 20K of crypto and just send it to an address you're not even sure, right? You have to take baby steps. Next question, Agostinho, welcome back. Thank you so much. And I see a question from you. Does Ledger support Pyth network? If not, any plans for it? So we don't support it in Ledger Live. That being said, you can send Pyth to your Solana account, but it will not show in Ledger Live. You can use a third-party wallet instead. So Solflare, Backpack, Phantom, right, to seed those tokens. I hope, I don't know when Solana tokens will come into Ledger Live. I hope soon, because Solana is on fire, and I think it would be a great addition to Ledger Live. So sorry, I don't have a real answer to this question, but as of, if it's supported, not yet. Next question from Planet Pokewood. You say you wanted to use an API key. You used a software called Crypto Tax Calculator, which is supported by HMRC. It's really easy to use with exchanges like Coinbase, Kraken. Okay, so yeah, no, there is no such thing as an API key because we're not an exchange. That's the reason why. So an exchange, they can provide an API key to export your transaction because they have a centralized database. So they just expose an API key from their database. And if you ping this API key, you will get the access to the transaction data. But we're not an exchange, right? We don't have access to your accounts. We don't know your accounts. So we don't have an API for that. So you'll have to do it manually or going through the settings like this. You can export your operation history, or you can use the software I was talking about earlier, Zen Ledger. That also works. Or you can get your transaction history from a block explorer as well. It's a little more advanced. Next question from Sharon. Sharon Dye. I have issued to set a Filecoin. Ledger gave me 5 options, but all related to third party instead of the one showing on the Ledger support doc. Filecoin. So Sharon, you can just add Filecoin on Ledger Live. That's all. Make sure you have the latest version of Ledger Live. Yeah. So make sure if you go to setting, about this number, I should say 277.2. Make sure you have this version. If not, update. There should be a notification banner at the top here. But yeah, and then you just connect your Ledger device, add account. I'll show you live how it works. So okay, you go to accounts, okay, add account, fill, continue. It's gonna check if you have the Filecoin app. I hope I have enough space in my Ledger to install it. Let's wait. Okay, looks like it's working. Cool. Filecoin app is installed. I open that. And then you go through the steps basically. Might take a bit of time to create the account. And so once you've got the account, you can use the account to create an address, and then you can send the Filecoin from a third party. Okay, I see what you mean. That's interesting. Let's see. It might not mean much, to be honest. You know, third party. I don't know why it says third party, but let's try third party. Fill. So I'll have to investigate why it says third party, but you know, it doesn't sound dangerous to me to send Filecoin to this address. So this address is secured by your Ledger device. So I don't know why they added the word third party here, but you shouldn't be worried about it. If you are, you can start sending like a small amount of Filecoin first, then you wait until you see the Filecoin deposit on your Ledger device, and everything goes through okay, then you just send the bounce. But I wouldn't worry too much about a third party here. But thanks for raising this. This is definitely like a weird, just a weird tag here. I don't know why it's here. Okay. Andrew. When I transact in exchange like Binance or something else, they never like that, never stuck. Yeah, because it's an exchange. We're not an exchange. It's very important, Andrew. The exchange will pay for your transaction fee, or it will abstract that. Whereas Ledger, you will need ETH on your account to move your funds, right? Next question from Dante. Sharon, by the way, let me share the Filecoin article here with you. Yeah, so don't worry, Sharon. Just send a small amount first, see if it goes through, and then okay. So you've got a second question. After I did an Injective account, I got the receive address starting Injective, but this address rejected by Coinbase, accepted by Kraken. Why is that? Not sure. It's possible that Coinbase doesn't support Injective. In this case, I would, if you can, just buy your Injective from Kraken and then send them over. That should be fine. The second thing I could think about is maybe Injective has multiple. They have multiple address types, and Coinbase doesn't support one address type. Maybe that's a little odd there, to be honest. But it's probably just because Coinbase doesn't support Injective. At least not yet. Okay, next question, Dante. Where in the app can I see if there is any sites your Ledger is connected to? No, there is no such thing in Ledger Live. So you have to keep track of that yourself. But if you just use Ledger Live, then your Ledger device is not connected to anything, really. If you use a third-party wallet, then your device might have been connected to other dApps, but it's not very dangerous, and there is, it's not dangerous unless you want to revoke token allowances. But if your device was just connected to a third-party wallet, then there is no issue, Dante. It's not a dangerous situation here. Next question from Agostinho. Any plan to support Kajira network in Ledger? I mean the main chain. If not, can I use Kepler as an interface to keep my Kajira on my Nano S Plus? Okay. So I don't know if there is a plan to support Kajira, but I can probably answer the second question. Hang on. Kajira network. And basically, if Kajira is a Cosmos-based chain, then the answer is yes, you can use Kepler. Okay. I've seen this template for website like many times. Yeah, okay, so Kepler, let me open Kepler real quick. Okay. I haven't used Kepler in a while. Wait. Kepler. Okay. Kajira. It doesn't look like it. Kajira. Okay. Seems like Kepler doesn't support it yet. But if it's a Cosmos chain, I mean, Kepler will be first to support it for sure. So maybe keep an eye on that. Kajira. Yep. Maybe Kajira has maybe they have a wallet as well, but I doubt, if they're a young project, I doubt they have a Ledger integration yet. So yeah, your best bet should be Kepler. I think once they start supporting it, of course. Okay, next question. Cirque, I'm not sure. Do you know when we'll get a real CL card in France or Germany? For now, it's only in the UK, Cirque. I'm not sure. I don't have an ETA for France. I know France will come, like the EU will come after UK. Actually, it's possible that it's already available. Let me check. It's a good question. I haven't checked on the CL card for a long time. CL card. Supported countries. Okay. CL card is currently available in the UK and the European Economic Area. What is this? So it's not the EU, it's the EEA. And France is part of it. Okay, and Germany as well. Okay, so you're good. So you can order the CL card from the card tab here. I'll drop the CL card FAQ for you in the chat, Turkey, so you can take a look. Okay, next question. Kepler, Agostino, Kepler does support Kajira. I have I'm asking if it's safe to connect Kepler to LNS and keep my, oh yeah, it's completely safe. If it's connecting to your larger device, then go for it. It's all good. It's all good. It's always safe, right? If there is a Ledger integration, those are safe and you can go for it. And Sharon, you were saying Coinbase supports Injective on Ethereum. On Ethereum. I have Inj on Coinbase, needs to send to Ledger, so it's stuck there. So if they support Injective, Injective started as a token on Ethereum, and then it became its own chain. That's the issue. So I would not suggest that you send Injective on Ethereum because the fees are just ridiculously expensive on Ethereum. So instead, what you can do is maybe like sell your ING on Coinbase for something else and then buy on Kraken, for example, and then buy the same amount of ING on Kraken and then send that to your ING account, but the real ING account, right? Not the Ethereum version, right? Again, the Ethereum version is like, that was the first version of the token before they launched their own chain on called the ING chain. Okay, Agostino and the Radix app is back. Okay, that's good to know. I'll just remove the article then. Cool. Next question. So name that could be a Russian name. Not sure. Nico Bit is here. What centralized exchanges are supported by your wallet? What are your future perspectives among adding ledger support for connecting your ledger wallet directly to CX? So, okay, good question. What centralized exchanges are supported by your wallet? So typically centralized exchanges that do not support directly a ledger, because a ledger is the opposite of an exchange, right? So that wouldn't make sense for an exchange to let, either your coins are on a wallet that's custodied by the exchange and the exchange has the private key, or you have the private keys yourself and you use a ledger. But there is no world where the exchange is letting you, giving you their private key, if that makes sense. So that's the first thing. But the second thing, there are services that exchanges might make available through Ledger Live, and there's a bunch of them. So for example, there is Coinbase Pay. I just need to find it. It's not here. Anyway, it's in the buy section here. I'll just show you a few. So if you want to buy Bitcoin, for example, let's see, you want to, let's say you want to buy 500 euros of Bitcoin with a Visa card. I'm stupid because it doesn't work in France. It works in the US. Coinbase is a buy provider. Oh, it's here. Never mind. It's working for France as well. So see, you can buy crypto directly in your wallet via Coinbase here. So that's one integration, right? So you can expect more of those. Back in the day, we also did Binance. Next question from Summers, please. How can I get the Wallet Connect HDD for my PC to get my ledger connected to Ledger Live? Summers, can you assist me on how to get HDD to my laptop? HDD, what do you mean by HDD? Do you mean HID, the connection protocol? Is that what you mean? If that's what you mean, then if you use Chrome, HID is supported by default. And by the way, we do have documentation on how to connect your ledger to MetaMask, Summers. So I'll drop that in the chat for you. Just follow those steps, right? And if you use Chrome, again, HID will be selected by default, so you don't have to fiddle with the settings. Yeah. So just follow those steps. That's all. And if you're looking for Wallet Connect, you don't even need the browser, right? It connects through Ledger Live. Here. Again, I'm dropping those links in the chat for you, Summers. So you can just grab those links. The first one is MetaMask, the second one is Wallet Connect. Okay, next question. Agostinho, any updates in the Ledger docs on AVAX staking? No, sorry. I know I said that I would take care of it, but it's so busy these days. I'm sorry, Agostinho. I'll look into it, but AVAX staking. Yeah, it would be nice to have some documentation up. I made a little note sticking on my computer, so hopefully I don't forget. Next question from Gills Smith. Any insights about staking XRP through Ledger? Gills, you cannot stake XRP at all. It's not just Ledger. It's just because XRP is not a proof of stake coin. XRP is more like Bitcoin, which it's not exactly like Bitcoin. It's not at all like Bitcoin, I would say, but they both have a consensus mechanism that's not proof of stake. And if you want a stakeable coin, you need a coin that relies on proof of stake. But the good news is, although you cannot stake XRP, there are plenty of coins you can stake with your Ledger device in Ledger Live. I'll send you a list right now. Okay, I'll post a link. Let me just find it. Yeah, here. Right, so this article it's a master list of a lot of the stuff you can stake directly in Ledger Live. So you can just take a look at that, Gills. Okay. Agostino, I can see your messages, but they all retracted. I think you got rugged by YouTube here. Okay, next question. JB Blaze, can I send XDC from Guarda wallet to wallet, or do I have to link them up? If so, how? I cannot find the connect wallet on Guarda. Yeah, I don't think Guarda has a connection to Ledger, but XDC, yes, you can send it to your Ledger, but you will have to use a third-party wallet connected to your Ledger device to create your XDC account. No worries, it's safe. Just follow those steps here. I'll drop this link in the chat for you, JB. Next question from Gelmiger. Hello, I cannot send Optimism and Arbitrum from Ledger Live to exchange. Why? Thank you. It could be in a lot of things, but my guess is you need some ETH in your wallet. So if you don't have, see, for example, this is my Optimism account. You need some ETH, right? I have some ETH. I've got USDC. I've got some ETH. If I want to move the USDC, I will need to pay a transaction fee that will be paid in ETH. Same thing for Base, same thing for Arbitrum. So always have a little bit of ETH in those accounts because they all use ETH to pay for transaction fees. Again, that would be Arbitrum, that would be Optimism, Base, Ethereum as well, of course, a bunch of them. Okay, next, Double R. Bonne nuit, Dan. What is the news about M2 Apple chip in PC fetching the private keys from Ledger devices? Gracias, Ruben. 70K by Monday. I hope so. No. So actually, that's quite the opposite, Ruben. This issue with the Apple chip show how dangerous it is not to use a Ledger device because this, as far as I understand, right, this exploit was affecting, would be dangerous if you had a situation where you have a wallet on your device, on your computer. So that would be a dangerous situation. But with a Ledger device, the private keys are stored externally; they're not on the computer, so they're always safe. And so actually, it's almost advertisement for Ledger, because a Ledger would protect you in this situation. Next question. Summers, well, I answered that one. Saint Il. Hey Dan, I have a Ledger in an OS and the screen is so dim I cannot make out the characters. Is there anything to do to brighten up the screen? Hope you're well today. I'm well, mate. Thank you so much. I hope you're well as well. Unfortunately, if the screen starting dimming, there's nothing else. Really, you can't really reverse it. Especially, you can change the brightness, but if the brightness is already to the max, there's not much else you can do. Make sure you've got the correct cable. Maybe it's a question of having a good source of power that might help. But what I would suggest is get in touch. Okay, just open a ticket via support.ledger.com. Click the contact us button here. Tell us you want to upgrade from an NOS to an NOS Plus. We'll send you a discount code. You can keep the NOS and you can buy yourself an NOS Plus, which is a great device. You're gonna love it. And then once you have the NOS Plus, you can use your recovery phrase to clone your private keys on your NOS Plus, and you continue using your accounts. And you keep the NOS as a backup device as a bonus. And you're gonna love the NOS Plus. So again, reach out to us, ask for a discount code, tell us that in the tickets, just tell us you want to upgrade from an NOS to an NOS Plus. That's all. Saint Hill. I'll share the link to the support page here. You can get in touch. You're welcome, Ruben. Suzanne, can you give me the URL so I have a Ledger Live tutorial? Yes. So let me check. Yeah, so Suzanne, actually, we have like a video that I think you're gonna like. It's an Ethereum tutorial, because I think your initial questions was about the Ethereum. Anyway, it's the same for, the principles are the same for all the cryptos. But here's the video. It's an hour-long video, and it's everything you can do on the Ledger device with Ledger Live. How to send, receive, stake, swap, all that good stuff. It's all here, and I'll link this in the chat for you. Suzanne. Up. It's on the Ledger YouTube. Okay, next. X9. Bro, please list BBL token in Ledger Live because I've deposited through ERC20 network. And one more question, please. Transaction tutorial, TRX tutorial video, how to unstake my coins. Okay, so noted the BBL. You're not the only one to request that. For the TRX, I don't have a video, but I do have a article. Here we go. How to stake Tron with TronScan. There you go. I'll drop that in the link for you. X9. Okay. All right, next. Gail Smith. I staked my NEAR through Ledger on 18th of March. Transaction not confirmed yet. Well, I got the NEAR scan, it's written transaction error. Can you help me? There was probably an issue at that time. You can just try the transaction again. That should go through. I think we had an issue with the NEAR node, but now the transaction on NEAR, they go through okay. If not, you can try on the phone, download Ledger Live on your phone and try the transaction again. Next question from Christy. My MetaMask Mobile for Android support via Bluetooth. New MetaMask Mobile for Android supports Ledger via Bluetooth. Yes, correct. I see only the first account of Ethereum, not all accounts. Any advice? Yes, you're right. It's actually, there is no workaround. It's just how the implementation works. For now, you can only see the first account, index 1. It's a serious limitation in my mind. That's why I would say, you might want to consider a different wallet on mobile, maybe Rabby. Rabby has a mobile integration. Unless you're using the first account, in this case, not an issue, but if not, you can use something like Rabby or I think Rainbow also has a integration with Ledger on mobile. And I do believe that Rainbow will let you choose which account you want to use, not just the first one. But yeah, you're not the only one. Cool. Okay, guys, I've got only 5 minutes. I'm gonna do a rapid fire here. Okay, Loki, hey, all is well. Yeah, I'm good, man. Thank you. Can I link MetaMask to Ledger on my iPhone without using a PC? Yes, correct. You can. iPhone and but you need Nano X because you need Bluetooth to do it. It doesn't work via cable. Suzanne, I'm starting out with Ledger. Do I have a hardware wallet? What should I do first? Tutorial. So I've dropped a tutorial for you for Ethereum. We have a bunch of tutorials. If you need more, I can share one about Bitcoin as well. Craig Collins, I tried to power up my Nano X for the first time in quite a while. It says the following battery cannot charge. My PC crashed. I'm unable to update Ledger Live. However, my Ledger Live is working on my iPhone. Okay. Correct, but battery charge error is fixable. I'll share some documentation for you. So try the troubleshooting steps, Craig, and yeah, just let me know if that works. If not, get in touch with us, and we'll see if we can replace the device. If the battery is dead and the device is under warranty. So this one I answer. MH, is the Solana fee estimation fixed? Not yet. I would suggest using a third-party wallet for now. It's not great yet. Saint Hill, yeah, no worries, man. Appreciate you as well. Thank you for the questions. To Sharon, yeah, I answered that one. Agostino Kepler, okay, I answered that one as well. Danis, I try support to upgrade. Not a discount code. Okay, well, just tell them you want a discount code, because we should be able to add, give you a discount code for this. Agostino, Radix, okay, that's great. That's great to know. Testing God, hey guys, is there any chance of someone putting a malware into Ledger? I mean, is there a possibility of a hardware scam? I bought my Ledger at a store, like a Best Buy of Brazil right now. No, no, never heard of a hardware scam. Like the Ledger devices are very secure, but there's always the chance that if you don't buy from an authorized reseller, you will, get a fake device. But honestly, like I've been working at Ledger 3 years. I've never seen a fake device. So you just have to worry about the recovery phrase. Really, that's really the most difficult, the most important. And what else you can do? You can do a genuine check by connecting your Ledger device to the Ledger Live. And there is a bunch of stuff you can do as well to make sure that you are safe. I'll link this article here. It's called "Is My Ledger Device Genuine?" Go through it. Lots of good stuff in it. Testing God. Next, James, big boy. Down to the left corner of your screen is that blue thing. Mine looks like that right now. What does it mean? Is that blue thing? That blue thing. This. Oh, that's my Ledger device. Or you mean like the floating things? That's normal. It's just the screensaver. It's to save on battery. It's particularly useful for Nano X devices with a battery. For Nano S, it's just like pretty. That's all. James, I'm concerned about the new EU laws about owning hardware wallets. What can Ledger do to reassure customers that we don't have information? So the thing, guys, is like we don't have information to give because we don't know your transactions. Ledger is not an exchange. Those EU laws, they mostly target exchanges because exchanges, they will manage your wallet for you, right? They have the private keys, so they manage your wallet. That's literally what exchanges do. They provide that service. And so because they manage your wallet, they know your transaction. But with a Ledger device, you are in control of your wallet, right? No one else manages your wallet. You have your private keys. So, but that also means that we don't have visibility on your transactions. We don't know how many accounts you have. We don't know anything about your setup unless you decide to share it with us. That's all. So yeah, those laws, they target exchanges, right? But not Ledger devices. So don't worry about it. Thanks, testing. No worries. Loki, you too, mate. Thanks. Sharon, you're welcome. We do those AMAs 3 times a week. There is one tomorrow as well, 4:30 p.m. So don't hesitate. Come back. Okay, I've got 1 more minute. Try my best here. Next question. Ayub, can I keep USDT Tether on my Ledger because I don't know how to do it on Nano S? Yes, you can. You can keep it, I would say on Tron, it's probably the best place to keep it on the base account. And Ayub, I have just, I have just the article for you. How to manage stablecoins with your Ledger device. Boom. Here you go. That's really the go-to article to manage stablecoins. For you, I would say probably send it to your Tron account. Okay, Greg P. Ledger extract seed. Be careful, guys. It's become so. That's not true, Greg. It was just some miscommunication at the beginning because of Recover. But so people, because we miscommunicated on Recover, people thought that Recover would be automatically activated. It's not the case. It's completely optional. If you don't like Recover, you don't have to use it. If you do like Recover, you still have to pay for it. So it's completely optional. We'll never force you to use it. So just setting the record straight here. MH, no, the bug, it's not fixed. And I think we're good. Jose, identity, there's no swapping on Cardano. Been requested for Cardano swapping for 2 years now. Any update? No, mate. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to use a third-party wallet. Use service. Use MinSwap. I think that's the. I mean, back in the days, that was the standard. I don't know if there is better than that, but I would say for now, just connect your Ledger device to MinSwap. It's good enough and it's safe. And last question, Dori Hands. I've purchased Nano S from a reseller in Indonesia. After I opened the box, I found a USB cable that did not have the Ledger logo. Is it safe to use the cable? Yes. If you're suspicious, don't use it, buy your own, but you should be fine. And when you mean like it doesn't have the Ledger logo, what do you mean? Do you mean like something like this? This could be like, honestly, I would be careful though, because it means that potentially they open the box. So yeah, so be careful. Just make sure that the device is not set up right. So what I mean by that, if you connect your device for the first time, and if you see a PIN code entry like this, it means that the device has been set up. It's a huge red flag. Okay, and so I'll share a video with you that has some tips and tricks on how to stay safe when buying from a reseller. Dodi. Do I like Depeche Mode? I think I like Depeche Mode. I'm not a I'm not a big Depeche Mode fan, but yeah, I think I like them. I couldn't tell you a song that I like though, but I'm pretty sure I've heard Depeche Mode in the past and I liked it. That's a terrible answer, I'm sorry for that. Okay, so Dodi, reseller. You're welcome, mate. I'm just hang on for a second. I'm just looking for a video for you. Yeah, here. Is it safe to buy from a reseller? Boom. Just watch that video, and it's got everything you need to get started safely. Okay. Cool. All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm sorry. Yeah, crypto to the moon. Hopefully, up only. We'll see how far we can get. In the meantime, guys, do not again share your 24 recovery phrase. Be super suspicious, be paranoid. Okay, you can't be careful enough in this bull market. Lots of scams. So good luck. I'll see you tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. I'll be with Pringe. And if you have any questions, you can catch us tomorrow. 4:30 p.m. CET, that's Paris time. Okay, in the meantime, don't do anything crazy. Do not share your 24 recovery phrase. Enjoy the bull market and stay safe. All right, bye.